G'day One What Fly Squad, welcome back to my trip report. My name is Jaden and I'm at beautiful Queenstown Airport in New Zealand. Today we're going to fly Qantas 737-800 in economy from here to Sydney. It'll be a 2 to 3 hour flight. So now let's head inside the Queenstown Airport terminal and check in. It's a beautiful day in Queenstown. Very sunny, not too warm and not too cold. However, in the morning, there were many cancelled flights due to the fog. I got some Air New Zealand Air points and I was actually so close to booking a Melbourne flight with Air New Zealand. That one got cancelled, so I'm so glad today I'm flying with Qantas. You'll find the Qantas check-in counters on the left-hand side of the Queenstown terminal. Here they've got regular check-in desk and also self-check-in kiosk. Qantas used the Manaia Lounge in Queenstown Airport. That's an international lounge located after security and immigration. Immigration was really fast, everybody could use the e-gates. Security, however, took a while. There were many Australian flights departing within the next hour or so. That include flights operated by Jetstar, Air New Zealand, Qantas and Virgin Australia. On Monday to Thursday, Qantas has a daily flight between Sydney and Queenstown. On the weekend, including Friday, it's double daily and only 2 hours apart. Just now it was the final boarding call for flight 124 to Sydney. Our flight is 122, departing at 3:30. So timing wise, it works perfectly if you can ask for late checkout in the hotel. If not, the 1 PM flight might be better. As a Qantas Gold member, before a Qantas flight, I could use the lounge. Oneworld doesn't operate a lounge here, so I was given access to the third-party lounge, Manaia. After a quick Google search, Manaia is a Maori word which means beautiful or nice. I was pleasantly surprised by how beautiful this lounge is. The design is really contemporary, it's bright, you can see the tarmac view. Food and beverages are excellent. You've got plenty of hot food from the buffet, an extensive selection of wines and spirits. The sparkling they serve here is French, but it's not champagne because it's not from the region of Champagne. This lounge mainly caters Kiwis and Australians going to Australia. So naturally I expect a barista-made coffee, but they don't offer it here. Instead they've got this espresso machine. It's a bit too fancy. Myself and the other guests have no idea how to use it. This lounge does offer a great selection of vegetarian food, but there's barely anything vegan, so I'm breaking my own diet. Even the Manaia toilets are so pretty. It gives off a very residential vibe. Unfortunately, they don't offer shower facilities. This Qantas plane has just arrived from Sydney, Australia. The crew and the aircraft are going to do a turnaround back to Australia. Delivered to Qantas Jet Connect in 2011, registered in New Zealand, and then fast forward to 2018, it got transferred to Qantas Mainline, now Australian registered, Victor Hotel, Victor Yankee Zulu. Hello again. Thank you. Through the rear door. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Perfect, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Hello. Thank you.
Once you've found your seat, place
We've found our seat, it's 22A.
Laptop seated at an overwing exit, or row 1 in the business cabin.
Judging from the announcements, today we've got Kiwi crew.
Where possible, place your bags wheels first to maximise available space.
I'll now quickly go through the seat features before we depart. There's no coat hook. Every seat got a tiny touchscreen TV, you can adjust the position, USB port, a standard tray table, you can move it back and forth but you can't fold it in half. A normal seat pocket, inside you'll find a magazine and safety card. Legroom is okay for myself, but that's only when I sit upright throughout the flight. Underneath, between every 2 seats, you'll find a universal power socket. Every seat got double seat back padding, so it's better for back support. Every seat has also got a headrest. You can move it up and down and adjust the flaps. Mr. 6'4" is going to demonstrate the recline. It's quite generous, but legroom definitely not enough for himself. Luckily today we've got 3 seats to ourselves. The flight load today is about 70% full. On the armrest you'll find a tiny TV remote, recline button and your headphone jack.
Please help us create a safe, respectful, positive environment for everyone by respecting each other and our crew. Once again, welcome aboard. It's great to have you with us.
Give us your attention for the next few minutes to make your journey a safe one as we take a journey through 100 years of innovation and Australian spirit.
Journey or heading home.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing respect to each other and our crew. Thank you for your loyalty.
We're now entering the runway, the only one here at Queenstown Airport, and then we're going to taxi towards the end of 05, chuck a UE and then depart from there. There's quite a bit of glare from the takeoff footage because we've got a filthy window today. Now that we've taken off, I'll quickly go through your entertainment options on board. So you've got the TV in front of you. The system is new, however the screen is old, so it takes a while for the screen to react sometimes, and you might have to press harder. There's Wi-Fi on all QANTAS 737, however it's not enabled on flights to and from New Zealand at the moment. Wi-Fi is currently available on all 737 and A330 domestic flights and selected international flights. They provide you with these headphones in economy class, and other than the TV, you've got Inflight magazine. I don't know, but I feel like those magazines are getting more and more interesting to read across most airlines. Or maybe I'm getting old and I like to read more now. Shortly after takeoff, the cabin crew gave out arrival cards for Australia. Meal service started shortly after, and they began with special meal orders. I pre-ordered this vegetarian/vegan meal. It's a pasta with green beans and crumbs. I had the exact same meal 5 months ago on QANTAS Sydney to Hong Kong, and 4 months ago from Perth to Singapore. I certainly hope next time when I fly QANTAS International I get something different. Along with my meal, I got a bottle of water. The crew also offered to give me another drink, but they seem a bit busy, so I decided to wait for the regular meal service to commence and I'll get a drink from the trolley. Regular meals today, you've got chicken with thyme and potatoes, or lamb and rosemary ragu. My partner went with the lamb option. I appreciate how the crew gave him warning about how hot the meal is, but she should also warn about the presentation. It's 0 out of 10, but on the brighter side, it actually tasted really good according to my partner, and it does smell really good as well. For beverages, there's regular coffee, tea, water, soft drinks, juice, red and white wine. I went for a white wine. The crew said there's Chardonnay and Pinot Gris. He then very professionally presented me both bottles, and he suggested me to have the Pinot Gris. It would pair with my meal better, and he made that feel like I was in a fine dining environment. And most importantly, I really enjoyed this wine, and it's not exactly that cheap as well. I've had cheaper wines on Qantas international business class flights. We're now halfway through to Australia. The cabin crew came back to the aisle to collect rubbish and meal trays, and they gave out Lindt chocolate balls to everybody. And throughout the flight, they also regularly come around the cabin to give out water. Hello, welcome on board Qantas 737 Economy Class Lavatory. There's one at the front, two at the back. This is really tiny, it barely fits my hand. When you sit down, knee space is okay, still quite acceptable I would say. You got a mirror there, two coat hooks to compensate the tiny space, and you've got rear lighting. We've started our descent into Sydney Kingsford Smith, and I'll quickly conclude this trip report with Qantas right here, right now. Our journey today started at Queenstown Airport back in New Zealand. The check-in experience was really quick and easy. They've got self-check-in kiosk. At Queenstown Airport, Qantas used the Manaia Lounge. It's one of the better third-party lounges I've ever been to. F&B was excellent, and it was a very beautiful environment. Once on board, we got a friendly welcome from our New Zealand crew. They were so friendly throughout the flight. I appreciate how the female attendant warned my partner about the temperature hot meal. Remember several weeks ago in America, a girl got burnt by chicken nuggets, and McDonald's had to pay them like $1 million. So a warning is always appreciated and it does no harm. And then I also appreciate so much how the other crew offered me a wine pairing. He did a really good job giving me the Pinot Gris. The lamb pasta was delicious according to my partner. My vegan meal was average. I've had it several times now, and I hope next time I'll get something new and better on Qantas. Now for the 737 seats, on short-haul international flights you always get the one with TV. Legroom isn't the best, but it's okay for my height. For anyone 6 foot and above, you might struggle a bit on a longer flight. Like I personally wouldn't want to do this on a flight to Bali, unless I get emergency exit row. And now for your information. Your one-way airfare from Queenstown to Sydney start from $222 New Zealand dollars on Air New Zealand. That is basic economy, so no baggage allowance and meal service. Qantas start from $356, and that's full service. So that's it for the conclusion. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, and share this video with your friends. And if you're new to my channel, I upload a new trip report like this one every single week on Thursday, so be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you won't miss out. You can check out my social media like Facebook, Snapchat, Threads, BeReal and TikTok. On Instagram, I post stories as I fly so you know where I am when I travel. For those who want to make direct impacts into funding my flights, you can do so via PayPal or Patreon. You can check out the links in the description for more information. You can also check out my affiliate links in the description. I earn a commission every time you make a purchase, and that's very much appreciated. Thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you next week. Please enjoy the approach and landing into Sydney. After disembarking, I'll show you the Queenstown vlog, a continuation from last time, when I did the trip report from Sydney to Queenstown on Virgin. In case you've missed it, I'll have the trip report link in the description. Thanks and bye.
to traditional custodians of the lands and waterways on which we live, work and fly. We would also like to pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. The local time is 4:49 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is on. As always, smoking, vaping and the use of e-cigarette is not permitted while disembarking or throughout the terminal. Please take care when opening the overhead lockers as baggage may have moved and could fall out. And before leaving, ensure you check your seat pockets for any personal items and take any used masks and wipes with you. If you can reach your phone, you can now turn off flight mode. On behalf of all of us at Qantas and One World, thank you for choosing to fly with us. If you are visiting Sydney, we hope you enjoy your stay, and of course those returning, welcome home.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Welcome to day 3 of 5 here in Queenstown, New Zealand. Today we decided to rent a car from Juicy. Juicy offer really cheap car rental in Australia and New Zealand. We're gonna check out Lake Hayes today, which was featured in the Takeoff footage earlier. That's an Air New Zealand A320neo from Sydney, Australia, doing a go around. Look at those cute little feet, oh my god. One thing I love to do when I travel is to check out the local supermarkets. So that was a wrap for day 3, it's now day 4. Today we drove to Arrowtown. We had a very excellent brunch. The potatoes was some of the best I've ever had. That's Lake Hayes again, we were there yesterday. We're now taking a ferry to Queenstown from Hilton Hotel. It costs $7 one way. We had some pizza for dinner, so that's a wrap for our Queenstown vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and again you can check out the Virgin Australia video for day 1 and 2 of my Queenstown journey. A big shout out to all my patrons and PayPal me members for their continuous support. See you next time, bye bye.